Tech quarterback, former Georgia Tech quarterback, Reggie Ball, COO at Effect Fitness down in Atlanta, man. We want to welcome you to the show, brother.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Glad to be here. Glad we finally getting this done, man. We've been talking about it for a minute, man.
You only shunned this for a year, but it's okay.
Right, that's a long time.
So this the man. This the man or the team or the leader of the team that created this brick workout that just became a phenomenon that everybody say, hey, because my boys come here, man. Like, listen, I got this brick, and then I do this little workout on online on Instagram, and he used to come in. He used to talk so glowing about you guys and his brick workout.
I had to introduce you guys.
Dooley, man. Dooley is the creator and the founder of Effect Fitness, and he's the brick thing. He started the brick movement. I haven't seen that nobody ever saw this creative little step routine that we do that we now have been, going like global with, you know what I mean? He started something that's been monumental, man. So shout out to him. I'm just glad to be a part of the team, glad to back my boy for 10 years strong, or 10 year plus now. But man, yeah, we got a good thing going and we lucky, bro. We lucky. We just work every day.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man, let's get into it, man. So you from Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
You went to college in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So as a quarterback coming out of high school, like who did you model your game after? Because you're a dual threat quarterback.
It wasn't nothing but it was a few. Of course, Vic was huge at that time. You had players like Reggie McNeil at Texas A&M. Of course, Johan, Woody Danzler. It was a few, like old school guys that didn't really like get that shine that you big quarterbacks or normal quarterbacks get because of the size and stature. But, I had the same size and stature, you know what I mean? But I could from their games, apply it to mine and just try to have a lot of fun. A lot of people find it surprising that Brett Favre is my favorite quarterback all time. But again, he was a guy that wasn't the tallest, wasn't the a stiff guy. Brett made plays on his feet or with his feet. So
yeah,
everybody that can move around, man, I pretty much looked at.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this Keon, tell us about your dad and his influence on you as a player and just, putting you in the sports of football.
My dad is everything as far as me being a man and a competitor. And my attempts to being an alpha male and, just commanding what he thought, what he thinks, and what we think to be a real man and be just a stand-up guy. You know what I mean? First and foremost. But as far as like with the sports and me getting into that just carries over into that. Those are like lessons and routines that we can do to kind of create habits of being that good man and good role model, good dad, good father, good brother, good friend, and again, repetition, creates a good, the good habits, and good habits give you, winning and successful, stories. So my dad is everything in that, you know what I mean? So have him with me every day is man, I don't take that shit for granted for nothing right now. So yeah.
What other sports you played in high school?
Baseball.
Okay.
Baseball. I love baseball, man, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I just went to the Mets game with my buddy. Shout out to Trey. And we were talking about how horrible my facility was at high school. That shit made me quit baseball. Like the dead grass hills and we had damn near rocks in the outfit and everything like that. And coming from playing summer league, getting scouted out by college and professional scouts and going to that, that can be stressful. And I was already doing two sports, starting quarterback at my high school too. So I just narrowed it down to one. We gravitate to ball anyway, so it just felt right.
What position you played in baseball? Were you a pitcher or what?
A pitcher, catcher, center. I played right field a lot. Played everything outfield, but for the most part, I love center and right. But my favorite position was the catch. But I mean, I had a live ass arm, so I did pitch a lot too, though.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, baseball money, they making that money now, boy. Woo.
Oh yeah, my son, man. Shout out to my son Roman, man. He just had his first year of baseball, man. They fell one run short of the championship, but man, a lot of fun this year, man. And I was very proud of my son in his first year.
Is that high school?
Oh hell no, this 8-0.
Ain't nothing. Oh, like you said that like, I was like, wait, is you talking high school? And you're like, nah, it's ain't nothing. I'm like, oh, okay, okay. So
already flowing in me in it, and I saw in that championship game, I saw that light on to him, light on that competitive light, flame or whatever. It was lit. It was lit, and he still talks about that loss to this day. So, it was exciting, man. It was fun.
That's dope, man. You're from the Atlanta area. You know what I mean? Yeah. A little Stone Mountain's a little far out. We ain't gonna put that against you.
Lithonia to be exact.
Lithonia is they okay. So
but I do my work in Atlanta. You know what I mean?
So being from Atlanta and going through that process. First of all, when you were coming through, you came through in like the 2000, like 2002, 2003.
Yeah.
Is that your senior year?
Yeah, my senior year was 2002, 2003. Yeah.
Okay, so coming through Atlanta, being a top-headed athlete, quarterback, baseball, football. First, talk about the recruiting was like for you back then, and then talk about why you chose Georgia Tech. That's the hometown team. You could have went anywhere, probably United States. You know, you could have went to 2000, 2003. Miami was rocking. Florida State was that squad. You know what I mean? You could have went to Florida. You could have probably went to any university in the United States. What was it about Georgia Tech that drawed you to them?
I got you. Not everyone, but I'll tell you, I could have went to Michigan, Georgia, walked on at Florida State. Nick Saban wanted me at LSU to be an athlete. Auburn, for some reason, didn't call me back before Georgia Tech. That's why I ended up at Georgia Tech. Wow. I like Georgia Tech because it was just a win-win, both with the academic prestige and reputation versus, playing in Atlanta on TV every week. That's what people didn't understand about Tech at that time. I don't know what type of TV deal they had, but whether it was Jefferson Sports, ESPN, ABC, we played on TV every single week. And some seasons we had 2 Thursday night games. My first game ever, 18 years old, was on Thursday night in BYU. So that played a lot with me going to Georgia Tech. Not only they were very sincere in giving me a shot at playing quarterback. Right. Them and Auburn were very sincere. They were straight up like, we'll give you your shot at quarterback. But me being in Atlanta, being in my hometown, always waiting to get some type of some type of opportunity to put on for this city for real. All that just came together for real. So it was right for me.
But hold on. But that's a lot of pressure. When you play at home and you playing with your around your family and friends. Yes, you have your family and friends to support you, but that's a lot of pressure put on yourself to make your team, because Georgia Tech is not known. I mean, we were just talking about this earlier. I think it was the Joe Hamilton. Who was the quarterback that they went undefeated when they went undefeated? That was
and second for the Heisman, right behind Ron Dane, and Joe Hamilton should have won that Heisman.
Yeah, Joe Hamilton. So Joe Hamilton was the last quarterback that really put on for Georgia Tech, that really took them somewhere beyond, the norm of that organization. Right. So like, what was it? I mean, you had to take on that pressure. And that's a lot of pressure to be like, listen, I want to go there. I'm gonna play at home, right down the street, family here, but people expect you to go out there and do very well.
For sure. Like, shout out to Goose too. George Gossett, he did his thing. I love Goose. So Goose is definitely a quarterback who put on, I think, right after Joe Ham. But now, you know what's crazy? I'm the first Stone, bro. I'm the first one to actually, I think out of my high school for sure, I'm the first quarterback to really have an opportunity to go put on for a program like Georgia Tech. We had a lot of athletes all over the country, you know what I mean? But nobody put on at the position of quarterback. Man, I had no idea what type of pressure that shit would be playing in my home.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure.
Learning experience for me. That's why I think I have a unique experience and I have a unique perspective on a lot of things doing that. Now, hindsight, man, I tell my players and my athletes every time they get your ass out of town. Go play. And I'm not lying. Now, in the situations to where you got a program, and I hate to say this, but you got to give respects and give, when it's due. Georgia right now, they got an opportunity to win some championships. So when you got that might make sense. But But as far as a learning experience and growing, finding yourself as a man, just getting outside, what I say now, even with my clients and in the gym, getting outside of your comfort zone and pushing yourself to the edge and just growing and getting better, man, get the hell out of town. And we're not even talking about the pressure of everybody being within arm's reach. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even got to get into that. That again was a very unique learning experience. But that's why I tend to tell my players, bro, get out of town and get that experience.
But I think the reason why most people were like, man, why Georgia Tech? Their offensive system was like wing T, right?
No, I was
Not
before.
Yeah, that was before then, man.
Okay, I was about to say their offense wasn't spread or
no, that was Paul.
No, it was Paul Johnson did the trick.
Paul Johnson.
Okay.
Chan Gailey was my whole team. And what people don't understand is that, like, literally, they recruited me. They sold me the dream, but they thought I wouldn't do as well as I would have. I had a senior, I had a sophomore in front of me. The senior transferred from Tennessee and went to McKeachern High School, AJ Suggs. There was a fifth-year senior on that squad. They did not think I was going to do what I was going to do, and the team was going to respond to me the way they did. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That offense was literally the New York Jets, the Miami Dolphins, that built Buffalo Bills pro-style offense.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We didn't get out of that until a third into my junior year. You know what I mean? We didn't have the athletes. One, I'm going to be straight up and down.
Yeah.
We went through a season to where we had 12 players suspended or kicked off the team. And, that was his offense. Until they kind of adapted to my playing style and started seeing that whatever quarterback they were bringing in the program, I was going to beat out. They kind of started to adapt to what I could do best, which is stay on the run and just make some things happen with my feet a little bit more.
Yeah. So talk about like playing with Calvin Johnson, freak athlete.
A unique experience. I take all the credit that he and all the accolades he got at Georgia Tech.
Right.
Aside from the 2 games but I played with one of the best, if not the best, wide receiver in the game. Pound for pound. I know a lot of people say Jerry Rice. I understand that. I understand Randy Moss comparisons.
Right.
I actually tend to give Randy Moss the edge because of his just how dynamic he was. Calvin was special, bro. Calvin was special.
Yeah, he was dynamic, bro. Like you couldn't check dude. And it's unfortunate, like he retired at early. I know he frustrated with Detroit.
Man, I'll share a funny story with you. The year before he retired, I was actually living in Detroit at the time. My kids are born in Detroit. My wife's from Detroit, right? Living in Detroit at the time, still training, still with the effect of all that. I'm in the middle of downtown, leaving a bachelor. I was dropping my wife off, pregnant at the time with my child, dropping her off at a bachelorette party. I see Calvin Johnson in the middle of the road. We dap each other up, blase. Hey, I'm like, what the hell are you doing out here? Yeah. We kept up. He literally tells me, man, hey, bro, I'm about to shut it down. This is year 8.
Yeah.
This is year 8.
Early.
And I'm going on. I was like, you tired of getting your ass whooped, right? And he was like, no, it ain't even that. He was like, bro, my body is fucking hurting.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So, shit, it was just unfortunate, he got to put on what it seemed like it was wasted a little bit, with the losing season. But,
yeah, I'm sure he got frustrated.
Man, anybody would.
Yeah, it was the doormat of the NFL.
You play the game to win.
Facts on that, bro. For real.
Quick question though, for Key jumping to his question real quick. Did you think he was a first ballot Hall of Famer though?
Absolutely.
Outside looking in, don't give me the quick response. Did you think have you looked at his stats? Was he a first ballot Hall of Famer?
But see, I don't. If you go by stats, then you got to argue up and down why a lot of people ain't in the Hall of. Well, a few people ain't in the Hall of Fame. You got to look at London Fletcher. London Fletcher in the Hall of Fame yet?
Nope.
London Fletcher.
Has he been retired 5 years though? I don't think London Fletcher's been retired 5 years.
He's been out, but he ain't
his last year was what's his last year with the Redskins, right?
Yeah, he probably been gone.
It's been 5 years.
Yeah, he been gone 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, never make it.
But I digress. Based off of numbers, I hear you. I understand the argument, and I give you credit for that argument. But I'm telling you from, seeing him getting triple team on the line of scrimmage. Like, who the hell in the league has ever been triple teamed on the line of scrimmage? You know what I'm saying? So when you look at things like that, you see that, you kind of like, and then you put together nearly a 2,000 yard receiving season.
Right.
Like, tremendous. And again, those numbers were done 8.5, 9 years.
Yeah.
He didn't play all season. I mean, he was, I know he missed like 6 games at one point, but no, he did. I think it was justified.
Okay, so how do you feel about the state of the program now at Georgia Tech, and what needs to be done to get them back to being competitive? Recruiting players and getting back to that to a competitive program.
Yeah, man, you just got to get the right players in the right time. And this shit's hard winning now, man. It's a very competitive field. Everything's competitive now, man. Let alone college football. They got the contracts with the players and shit now. They can lure people with money a little bit more, especially out loud now. And again, it's always, I'm pretty sure people still look, well, I ain't gonna say using loopholes, but I'm pretty sure people still have unique ways of recruiting kids to the bigger programs with more money. But that comes with winning. So until you start putting together winning seasons consistently, you know what I mean? You're just not gonna have a fighting chance. Like, it all depends on the right players at the right time, just winning. So.
Yeah. So what's the percentage you think that they have in keeping some of their own home kids, keeping the kids at home from Georgia? Because Georgia got a lot of talent, high school, football players. So what's the, I know a lot of people go to Georgia, but what's the percentage you think they're getting out the city?
I think Collins has been doing a better job of recruiting within the state. But I don't necessarily think it's all that. I don't think it's all just the kids from the city that we need to come together and make one brand ass all-star team. It's not always that. It's always about just guys being special and making plays. Like, it's not that hard. Like, we of course we get phenomenal athletes like the one we just saw go away and sign with Alabama. Now he's a starting running back for Alabama. We all get those players that can be difference makers, and build around that. It's hard to get that if you're not winning,
Yeah.
You talking about Gibbs, huh? Yeah, they snagged them. Yeah, they got him. Yeah, they came. Old Saint Nick came and snagged that talent.
Can you blame him?
Oh yeah, he said he ready to go though. He was ready to go. He was ready to go somewhere else. He want to win and look good while he win and get at least in the first or second, third round. He want to get to the next level too.
Words. It's the next version of Todd Gurley. He's going to be returning punts and breaking 70, 89 yard runs left and right. I'm telling you, that kid, he's really special. And I'm honestly, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm honestly glad that we didn't just feed that guy the ball 30, 40 times a game and just try to ride his coattail like that. I respect Collins for doing that, for real. I don't know if he was going to leave or it was a possibility, but we didn't just run him into the ground. You know what I mean?
Well, it's okay, man. We're gonna run them to the ground at Old Tuscaloosa. We're gonna put them.
I'm just kidding.
No. They actually got a good running back room this year. So he's gonna start, but they're gonna have about 4 backs playing the game. If the OC smart, he gonna have 4 backs playing in that game every game.
So again, as a player, I don't blame him for making that business.
Big.
You know what I mean?
He'll be there a year and he out. He a done deal. He gone. He already know he gonna put it on and it's gonna raise the stock up and he'll move on.
I respect him for that.
Absolutely, you gotta make business decisions. That's exactly what it is, especially in that sport. You gotta make business decisions.
Tell him.
All right, so Ray brought up. I think Keon also brought up about NIL deals. Like, think about this. Let's do a hypothetical really quickly. If you were back in the 2002, 2003 season and you had like the opportunities that these players have now with NIL deals, what type of deal do you feel like you would have got at that point? Back there coming out of Atlanta, marquee athlete, straight Stone Mountain, first ever talent.
But Converse or Nike, I had every color of Chucks at some point. I just like Chucks. What
So
else?
you think Converse would have came knocking on your door saying, "Hey man, listen, we got a deal for you."
Oakley definitely still owes me money because that mirror and our shirt box that's in my office that they use my face, my helmet, and everything on the box of the visor. Oakley.
Mm.
Sound like you need to go get that Ed O'Bannon lawsuit, man, and go get your money.
Hey, don't worry about that. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's a big deal, boy.
And,
Pay me.
but yeah, I think I would have been all right. Probably something with Ford too. I had a dope ass Harley truck, the F-150 Harley truck I was driving at the time.
In high school?
Yeah, my mom spoiled me, man.
Oh, that what you want to call it? Your mom spoiled you. That what you?
I wasn't friends.
Is that what you call it?
Gave me a lot of shit. I mean, a lot of room to grow for real. I appreciate it for it.
Wow, that's nice, man.
From practice real early, so she trusted me with a lot of stuff.
What do you think about the NIL deals right now, though? What's your thoughts on it? Like, how these players are going forward with, getting these deals, and the universities are there are benefits, but there's still issues. People are complaining about it. Give me your thoughts on overall about NIL and what's going on in the industry, sports industry.
It really does nothing different, than what we already knew what was going on. It just gave everybody the green light. Again, the people with the most money, the programs with the most money, the most boosted support system is still gonna win. You know what I mean? The other deals, the NIL deals, those are cool. Those are like participation trophies at this point. You know what I mean? Like, all right, cool. Y'all basically are get blanketed in the bigger issue to where, like, again, the big guys are always gonna win and always gonna have the advantage of getting these kids to their school.
Yeah, like Ohio State said, they need like $13 million a year.
Or when certain programs have a whole network dedicated to their school. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That ain't for charity. They get paid off of that.
Thanks.
You know what I mean? So, things and advantages like that, I mean, it's still relevant. So it's cool. Everybody gets paid, but everybody been getting paid for a long time. Be real.
Now it's official.
Right.
Yeah, they can get paid above the table. So as you know, USC jumped conference, UCLA jumped to the Big Ten. What do you think about a lot of these schools forming these mega conferences? And then there was rumors about maybe the ACC, some teams may be leaving as well. Like, what are your thoughts process on that?
I'm lost. I'm the big guns, the guys in the suits, in the box offices, and in those big boardrooms, they know something that I don't know. Yeah. I'm straight up and down with you. I don't know what they're doing, but I know it makes sense. I know everybody knows behind closed doors, but it's obvious they know what's going on because everybody's doing the same thing. So I don't know whether they're trying to build up two sides or two conferences and everybody playing for like a national cup, just one national championship from like an NFC, AFC thing. I don't know what's going on. But I'm lost. I have no clue what's going on.
It's definitely about the money, because I think the reason why UCLA and USC left because the Pac-12 just don't have the TV money, right? And I think the money that they distribute to these schools, the Pac-12 just can't compete.
The Pac-12 don't have money. The Pac-12 is on Fox Sports. What's wrong with Fox Sports?
But probably Big Ten probably got a bigger deal, just like the SEC got a bigger deal.
So they locked in so long so they can't negotiate within 2 to 3 years or something like that? Are they locked in this long?
Shit, anything negotiable, bro.
Well, no, the ACC got a 30-year deal. Like, I think it's like a 30-year. Like, it would be like, it's a lot of money to get for the ACC for teams or for organizations to break that deal with the ACC and ACC conference. Mm-hmm. It's not as easy as just jumping in and be like, all right, let's just get out of here. Otherwise, I think Florida State and Miami and some of the other teams were probably left a long time ago. They probably went to like SEC somewhere else. If you really pay attention, it's centralized. I mean, as far as like location, it's probably better for them to move to like the SEC or somewhere like that, because the ACC it's always been on more of a mid-Atlantic East Coast area. It's not really it's not a down. I never thought about outside of North Carolina. Yeah. I never think of it as one of those down south. Like Clemson to me is an anomaly. I don't understand why Clemson is even part of this conference when Clemson, location wise, it could be SEC, it can be somewhere else. It just doesn't make sense for me.
And I say it like you, Ball. I think they just trying to make like 2 major conference or 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see them. They trying to get away from all these different conferences.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, and I think that's what is leading to.
That's the only thing I could come up with. If it ain't that, then I'm literally like lost. Me and my partner Dooley talk about this all the time. Like I'm totally out the picture. I'm totally lost what they're doing as far as jumping conferences, and even with the NIL stuff. Like it's a whole different game than when I was playing. So I'm an old head now.
Oh.
and then you think about the fact that it's just the traditional matchups that we normally see is going to change. Like I'm interested to see what Texas and Oklahoma is going to look like in the SEC. That's like in another year or 2.
Yep.
So what's that going to look like as far as those matchups and where they're going to sit at in the conferences and they both are, I mean, in the Southwest. Right. So like what's really going to be the difference between anything else? I remember when Arkansas, Missouri came. It was an uproar. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay, so my next question is, what was your thought process on going to the combine as a receiver?
Oh man, I hated it. I don't like the combine. I hate the combine. I'll be straight up and down with you. The combine is I understand what the intentions of the combine and what they're looking for in evaluating players, but I think it's overkill to the max. I think if you can't look at a kid and invest in a kid that gives you 3 to 4 years of work at doing basically auditioning for a job that you want him to perform for you. I just think it's overkill. One workout where everybody comes, and I think it takes away from a lot of players, from a player standpoint.
Yeah,
I got Calvin Johnson, who's going to go to Indy and run his 40 in the Indy. Shit, all the scouts, they're going to be in Indy. I ain't got to run my 40 at 10. Yeah. I ain't got to, you know what I mean? Same thing go for any big player at any school. They can bring so much more to their school, to their teammates, an opportunity for, everything to be more competitive. And, everything and the intricate shit with the combine and stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah. The way players around, the way they interview the players, the way they, even the display and shit where we standing on tables, naked and turning around and shit. I don't like. So, that no bullshit. That was an experience for me. Mentally, I was not pleased with that shit.
Damn. So when they ask you what was the process like, right? Because you all your life you've been a quarterback.
Yeah.
Right. And then you go to the combine. Do they come to you and say, hey, Reggie, we would like to run wide receiver drills? What was it? Did you walk in there knowing already that they wanted you to perform as a wide receiver? Like, what was that process like going through it?
I'm sorry. Long story short, I got a late notice. So I got notified late. Actually got notified through my agent or my trainer's friend, my dad's friend at the time, that I was invited to the combine as a receiver. I knew I was going to start playing receiver in the league anyway because, the dynamics of what they look for in an NFL quarterback versus, what you can get away in college. I already knew that. I was training as a receiver, so that was cool. But literally the time when I got up there and I noticed how everything was moving and operating, I wasn't prepared for none of that stuff. Not mentally, not for the interviews, not for drawing up plays, not for sitting down talking to coaches, not for moving around in groups as if, we're like in classrooms and stuff like that. It was overkill. It was overkill.
So the preparation side of it, right? You just talk about the preparation. Was that an agency? Was that your agent should have prepared you for that? Like, what do you feel like you're saying when you say that you weren't prepared for the evaluation portion of it?
And you know how you pass the knowledge. You bridge the gap with a lot of things, especially like myself. What time is it? Especially like myself. I like to come back and I tell these stories. I like to tell these people like, hey, look, you're gonna go down. You're going to meet in a big meeting area, and it could be a team that brings you to a table. And at this table, a coach, an offensive coordinator, a quarterback coach might say, "Hey, on 3rd and 8, cover 2, what you doing?" On 1st and 10, first play of the game, you got a team that run 2-man. What you coming out with first 4 or 5 plays? You know what I'm saying? Like, those are literal interview questions. I prepared no type of way for that damn interview. Had no knowledge of it. You know what I'm saying? My agent at the time just signed me because I was a popular guy in Atlanta, and he heard of me, and he probably did a favor for a friend.
Wow.
You know what
okay.
I was not like that hot commodity to just come out and, you know, make a lot of money, get drafted and stuff like that. I knew I could possibly get a shot, you know, at training camp, but again, it was a long shot because of the position switch and everything. And I did not perform well at the combine at all. My receiving drills, my shuttle drills were great, but I ran a 4.8 fucking 40.
Okay.
Damn.
So that didn't help anything.
Did you train for that 40?
Yeah. I ain't ran a 4.8 40 since I was in high school. I just didn't perform, bro.
At least you're honest, right?
Yeah.
I didn't perform well. That day, I was not good.
Got you. Yeah. Let me ask you this quick question, though. If you look at the league now and the way the league plays and quarterbacks, they bring a lot of college concepts in. Did you feel like you could have been an NFL quarterback in today's era?
Man, I was an NFL quarterback at the time. You know what I mean? But again, it's the systems and what you do around the quarterback. They're catering quarterbacks that have been doing what we've been doing for a long time, but you cannot hide it anymore because we're actually winning. You're actually going against defenders that are running 4.3, 4.4s at defensive tackle. You got to have a move. You know what I mean? It's inevitable. The game has been doing this. It's just that you ain't got stubborn old men that can just stand in the way and not conform because you're basically outnumbered at this point. All these quarterbacks can run now. No matter the skin color, the skin tone, and nothing. All these quarterbacks are running. They running the same offenses: the running gun, the spread offense, the read option, on read. So again, you got to conform to some extent, and this is only the beginning. We're going to see more changes with the offenses, especially in the NFL. Especially in the NFL.
So give me your top 5 QBs right now in the NFL.
Aaron Rodgers, number 1. My boy out of Buffalo.
Josh Allen.
Who else? Those are the only ones I really like.
Yeah, man, I know you better put Patty in there, dog.
He hit or miss, man.
Damn.
But I give him. I put him in my top 5 out of respect to him and what he's been doing for the last 3 years, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Who else?
Oh, Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow, no. Very good. He's really good. Who else?
Deshaun, Russ.
No. I don't like Deshaun right now. He ain't played. He's not put on. Russell Wilson.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, you got to throw him in there because it's just a lack of anybody that I like. I don't necessarily like Tom Brady. I wish he would retire. He's getting on my fucking nerves.
Real quick question then. How do you feel about what's going on with Lamar and all the backlash, all the information, all the issues they keep putting? They didn't have Lamar in the top 10. What do you feel about how
Lamar,
people are viewing Lamar in the NFL right now?
Doing that shit to himself. Whoever his PR guy, whoever he has around him, they're not good. They're not doing him any justice. I'm gonna tell you, when I checked out on Lamar and I was like, man, I'm gonna just see how this thing play out. I ain't even gonna follow him, see what he's doing, or even follow his story. When he was doing that sorry ass workout in LA Fitness, when he was doing that, bro, I was like, I mean, from a technical standpoint, from his form to the flat out sorry footage and content that he put out as an NFL quarterback in LA Fitness doing a workout like that, I was like, bro, you're not serious, and you're not trying to get $40 million a year. $40 million people don't act like this, bro.
So do you feel like that's the reason why the Ravens are holding back on him, giving that contract, investing all in?
That's a sign that I saw to understand why they wouldn't. I don't know why, but I saw that was a sign like, oh, I understand why they would slow down on this motherfucker right here. Like, you putting on an LA Fitness, terrible form when you're doing those Russian deadlifts or Romanian deadlifts. You're training yourself in a T-shirt on the camera phone. Like, bro, you not. Look at Odell Beckham's workout video. Look at any other professional athlete's workout video. Look at a trainer's workout video, bro. $40 million doesn't do that. Do that.
Because his workout video don't look like Derrick Henry's. Derrick Henry's workout video be looking like it's a legend being born. Like his be looking like it's a legend being born. Like, I was like, man, it's old boy out of Dallas. He be training him. And I'd be like, man, his workouts be looking like, man, like he really getting ready for the season. He prime and ready already.
Again,
already 6'4" and big as I don't know what.
We can joke about your boy Jameis Winston and his workouts, but again, it's some effort put into it. You know what I'm saying? It's I don't know, man. It wasn't a good sign for me.
And speaking of Lamar, right? There's some controversy. I forgot what football player was used to play with
the Ravens.
Yeah, with the Ravens.
Yeah, Pollard.
I thought he was telling the truth. If I'm a wide receiver, I wouldn't want to go play with Lamar. I just wouldn't.
Man. Yeah, I get it. But at some point, man, you just gotta. That's the beauty of a team, bro. That's the beauty of a team because the receiver can really help a quarterback's development. You know what I mean? If I know you're gonna be where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there, bro, I can do whatever I need to do and make sure I still get the ball to you. You know what I mean? And if everything breaks down, we can still have that continuity to where we know how to adjust.
Yeah.
You got to be willing to do that for somebody.
That's true.
Just say, I'm not going to do that for Lamar Jackson. When I'm throwing for 1,000 and when I'm throwing for 2,000, shit, I'm sorry, I'm still running for 1,000. But guess what? We winning and we're going to play for we have chances to play for a Super Bowl, bro. Like, that's selfish to say. Because there's a lot of quarterbacks that throw the ball a lot that aren't good, that you will go play for, and that's some bullshit.
But I think it's more of, you got to get your numbers to get that contract as a receiver. You know what I'm saying? I can't be getting 700 yards a season if I'm trying to get a big deal contract.
I feel that.
Give me your thoughts real quick, though. What do you think? You see what's going on in Miami. You see what with the receiver Tyreek's trying to pump up Tua. Give me your thoughts on Tua. Do you think Tua's gonna have a big year this year?
It's a telling year for him. I think he did well last year. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay. But now that he has a solid weapon, they're building around him. They're giving him people to make him better. So I do expect him to win anywhere from 9 and 10 games. A couple games better than he was last year. And what were they? They were like 500 last year, right?
Yeah, they went like 9 games, I think, last year, something like that.
Yeah, 8 or 9.
Yeah.
So I give them 10, 11 games for real. I give them a 2-game improvement. I'd be surprised if they make a wild card because they're building around a player and they're trying to make them better. And we putting real pieces in place. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't see anything just detrimental in this game last year. I thought he did all right. But this year, again, we should see the progression. We can't crown we can't crown guys.
Hey, man, you cuss on here, man. Listen, you cuss on here. No, bro, you cuss. I'm like, why does he keep trying to hold up with the words? Let him fly, bro. We parents advisory. We cool. We good. Go ahead and cuss, man.
So you can't crown motherfuckers that haven't done work. Again, it was his second, third year. So give him, if he doesn't make that progression, this is the thing. Everybody makes that turn year 2, year 3. We're going to see what he do.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So when we go back to Lamar real quick, when you talk about the team around him, do you think not having an agent that's experienced because he's represented by his mom, do you think that plays a factor in the things you see, like from the LA Fitness video or, at a playground, he pull up on kids and, just things that can hurt his money and not only hurt his body. Do you think that plays a factor?
Yeah, image is everything, man. We live in a very visual and very vain environment to where video content, pictures, likes, dislikes, comments, everything going viral is the real thing. It's real. I don't care how real we are. I don't care how authentic we are. People take this serious because it's money. It matters. People are going to click. People going to view. People going to share. People going to, Again, it matters. It matters. So, yes. And we talked before, this is a business.
Big business.
Like,
Right.
business, bro.
Yeah.
And it's all about business. So
we get it. We get it, bro.
it's all about business.
Mama, you're the manager. I get it, bro. You got to go home. You got to be real. I get it. But this is a business.
Yeah.
Been around hundreds of years before you.
Yep.
The way to do things. You know what I mean?
Especially if you're trying to get a $40-50 million a year contract. Like, it's the QBs are viewed differently, right? You can't go party and be on top of the tables.
But I can't put Lamar with the party
I'm just using a hypothetical as a quarterback.
But so then if you had an issue with Lamar, then I mean not you personally, but in general, Lamar is not getting that contract that he may feel like he deserves. Kyler Murray is having the same issue.
He gonna get it.
Kyler Murray is looking at it from a same standpoint. They're struggling to pay him the type of money because he gets injured all the time as well, and he underperforms at the biggest stages of the season, late in the season, in the playoffs.
That's oranges and apples. That's oranges and apples. I think it's more image consulting and more of like be real. Like you say, we be real. We can say anything we want on here. It's the urban image of Lamar Jackson that's holding him back.
Right. Yeah, he do come to the game with the chains on. He diamond up. He got it. It's not the plastic. He got the chains around his neck. He's shining up. But then why Arizona is why is Arizona still at a certain point where they're not all in on Kyler Murray, spending money on him? He does have like plats or whatever he has, but he comes from a different pedigree, and he seems to be the type of quarterback that a lot of people. The prototypical quarterback, not like Lamar, but they're not all in on him. They don't want to spend all that money on him just yet.
Now, I don't think he's performed like Lamar Jackson, one.
Exactly. Yep. I say that.
Two, I just don't. I think the performance is like, again, apples and oranges. It's more performance based with Kyler Murray.
Okay.
He ain't put up MVP numbers, and he won those big games. Yeah. Like. People pick and choose why they might not fuck with you. So this is just reason or exhibit A for Lamar. This is exhibit A different case for Kyler Murray. You know what I mean? It's just the reason they ain't paying him, he ain't performing. The reason they ain't paying him, he performing. But, bro, he ain't really acting right. And I don't want him to be the face of my program doing this bullshit.
Gotcha.
I think they're going to pay him. They ain't got another option.
Right.
Yeah, they put the team around him. All right, so let's jump into a little bit what the current going on with Reggie Ball right now.
Yeah.
You're in the fitness sense. You're doing well. You're thriving. We just talked about it earlier at the top of the show. But what led you into that particular industry? What was going on at that time that made you? Because you probably could have did anything you want to do at that point, right? Come from the NFL, you probably you're mentoring athletes. You're doing different things, mentoring professional football players, training. You could do anything else, right, with your career and the rest of your life. What made you want to jump into this particular area and thrive the way you're thriving right now?
Well, just an honest conversation with myself, reading, searching, and trying to do everything I could possibly do in the world per se. Coming out of that athletic realm, man, it's an adjustment. You know what I'm saying? And the longer you stay in the athletic realm of just playing whatever sport, basketball, baseball, football, especially when you locked into where you make it to a professional level, you got to go overboard and then overdrive and be a little crazy to make it to that level. So when you come out of that world to where you're used to doing a certain thing at a certain time of day, a certain pattern or schedule at a certain time of year, like it's a real adjustment. You know what I'm saying? So I really just had an honest conversation with myself and reading. And one time I read something that said, you're born with everything to make you a millionaire. Like you're born with it, like in your hands. If you open up your hands right now, this is what you have, and you could be a millionaire, be a millionaire. So all I did was I just had the epiphany, like, man, I've been saying my dad was supposed to be a millionaire a long ass time with this training shit. I got the same name, and of course I'm the oldest son. Like, of course I'm supposed to be the 2.0. All right, boom, that's it. Let me try this training shit. Let me be serious with this training shit. Ever since then, no bullshit. Ever since that day, skyrocketed. So just having that honest conversation with myself, man. Again, I had everything I have to be a millionaire and be successful and live abundantly and do whatever I want to do is right here. So when I had that conversation, it was just bullshit. And of course, it wasn't just all glory. You know what I mean? A lot of sacrifice, a lot of bumps in the road, and a lot of, you know what I mean, detours. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, bro, I paid my dues. I'm paying my dues, and you know what I mean. I'm lucky, and I'm winning right now. Shit.
Look, bro, give yourself them flowers, dog.
Appreciate it, home.
Yeah, no doubt, bro.
All right. So, what next for Effect Fitness and Reggie Ball?
We want to just spread the word, man. We want to take it international. We want to grow. Of course, we want to come to every city near you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, y'all come in DC. I saw that how you worked them boys out last time. They was in that joint like taking pictures. Swear you didn't work them out hard enough because they taking pictures. They out here like trying to be models. I was like, what are y'all like? What are y'all like? Oh, we at Fitness working out. Like, no, you weren't doing enough. You supposed to be laid out tired. You know what I mean? That's so next time when you come up here, put them in the front.
They coming next week.
Put them in the front. We're gonna make sure they there. Put them in the front. Make sure we put them in the front.
Bet. I'm gonna hold them to it. I'm gonna hold
ready. Born ready.
But now we'll be there on the 23rd, man. Just growth, man. We want to keep growing. We don't take this for granted. We are very lucky. We are very lucky. We're very grateful. But knowing that we still want more, we still think we can impact more and just promote health, bro. That's all we fucking doing. Is promoting people to get up, move your ass, and stay healthy. Like dead ass. I want to see more men, honestly. So I want to recruit more men as far as like getting in the gym, taking care of their body. Because we get complacent, we get tired, and we can sit around and you know, and lose sense of our health. No bullshit. I'm still struggling to go see the doctor when I need to see him. You know what I mean? And I'm not the only man to do that. So I want to see more men. I want to recruit more of our men in the gym and just to stay, you know, healthy. I know fit is a plus too. Everybody want to look good. But fuck, I just want people to be healthy.
And I think we take that for granted as until you see somebody who really can't, you know what I'm saying, use all their limbs and stuff. We just take being healthy for granted.
You see somebody that passed away at a young age that was the same age as you or not, you know, younger.
I don't know if y'all pay attention, but I said it in my classes. Like sometimes it's like, all right, y'all better move these damn legs because one day you might not be able to.
Right.
Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. Let's just be grateful today.
Yes.
Fuck how you feel. Let's be grateful today and just move around because we can.
Right.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
And we just take that for so much granted, just being able to walk, being able to raise your arm up. You know what I'm saying? Just because it come natural to us, but some people can't even walk, like you said, or use their legs.
Bro, I was asked, what was I grateful for? And because we got a grateful box. My wife does it with Roman and Reagan. She makes them put a grateful note in the box. But I was asked the question, you know, what are you grateful for? I said, shit, these fingers, my hands, my legs, my toes. I woke up, I can see, I can breathe.
Mm-hmm.
The sun is, I'm about to go to work. Everybody,
right.
I'm nobody. And I'm just listing a lot of things. I'm like, shit, I ain't even get to, you know, what everybody would be thinking. You know what I mean? But no, that air serves everybody well, bro.
Yeah, because I got a friend just had a stroke. And she frustrated right now because she got to learn how to walk and all that over, you know, got the family taking care of her. You know what I'm saying? They got to go all in the account and do all this and that. So had to you know what I'm saying, move back home with a family. So, you know, wouldn't put her in the home. So I was like, damn. That's when it hit me like, damn. You're just grateful to be able to do on your own.
You better fight. It's all on her. You better fight. And I wish her well. I wish her nothing but luck. Shit, tell her I train virtually too.
Okay. Gotcha.
Because she can do it. She can do it. It's all her effort and all her. She got to be strong. So stay on her, bro. And good luck.
All right. Thanks.
And I'm glad you said that, right? You jumped into a little bit of, I mean, we talk about the fitness and, you know, we're fortunate especially for us three, and we have a fourth member here, where we all are pretty strict in our regimen as far as our fitness and everything else. Ray probably is the only one that likes to take pictures of himself every day. But the rest of us, we I don't need to take a picture to work out. Like it's just to me, it's part of my resume. But how much of this and just the way you work with your clients and just overall, just with the people and the people involved, how much of the mental aspect of it that you deal with, right? It just because I know it has to be the mental aspect on you and the constraints on you, and also on the people that you work with, because of the fact that you're always every day trying to enthuse people to stay focused and driven. And then you talk about the food, and we're just talking about the diet has to be strong as well. Working out is one aspect, but your diet needs to be just as strong as your will and anything else that you're doing as well. So what is it? What other things that you look at as far as you guys and the type of programs you have within your organization, the Fat Fitness, that you guys put out there, and the message you put out there to make sure that these people, once, like we're just talking about now, having the classes you've had, having the responses that you have, the workouts that you have, and then the mental aspect of it too, so that you and your group of people can stay strong. The people that are your customers, your clients, they stay strong. Like, how do you guys keep that going to be so successful?
Again, bro, being grateful that I have the opportunity to do it. And I wish it was a more of a creative and elaborate way to explain what I do, what I know my partners do, my close partners do, and what we encourage each other on continuing to do, is you're being grateful to get up that day and doing that shit again, and getting up the next day and doing it again. There's no other way I can explain it. And I know it's boring. I know I turned a lot of kids off that have hollered at me, or a lot of guys off that have hollered at me about the success, everything that we're having around the gym and with the gym and in the last some odd years or whatever. But like, it's literally locking the fuck in and saying, man, I'm going to do it. I'm up today. All right, let's do it again. Yeah. I'm up today. All right, let's do it again. Of course, planning works, making long-term plans and goals for yourself. It's always, you know what I mean, motivational and stuff like that. But literally, bro, if you ain't dedicated to doing the shit every day, it ain't worth doing, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, and I know, like, if you guys, I mean, you may have, like, for example, let me give an example real quickly. Hope you can speak on this. Like, you're training in class, and you may have a new person there, or you may have somebody all the way in the back, right? That you see back there, and they may not be going tenfold where you want them to go. Like, how do you keep those people involved? How do you keep those people motivated? Like, because that's a different level of motivation. That's a different level of dedication that you need to put in as far as you and your team. How do you keep those people motivated to come back and still want to be a part of what you're doing and stay involved, right? And understand that all these different factors come into play when you're trying to live this fitness and health conscious life.
Because that's what I'm doing. I'm not bullshitting. I'm not faking it. That's I don't know, bro. Like, that I don't even think about that.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I taught, we have our big Saturday classes at 8 and 10. I taught both of them. And I knew at one point I walked maybe 50 feet away to my far wall to my right, because it was this young lady on the wall. I know her from the gym. I know her from doing classes. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you not moving? She said, Reggie, I'm volunteering right now. I said, oh, excuse me. So if I'm talking to somebody way in the back wall, I'm doing that out of just reflex. You know what I mean? I don't know if, you look when you do this, you know what I mean? You get some classes under your belt, or you do this for so long, you can look around and see the rhythm of what we got going on, the rhythm of the people. So you know what's off, and you try to concentrate on people. But it's all in what we do. Like, I'm not even thinking about if she's in the back of the room or the front of the room. I see somebody bullshitting. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna motivate. I'm gonna some energy. I'm gonna call them out. I'm gonna call out this whole side of the room because I don't see y'all moving. I'm gonna call out everybody in the back because I don't see no moving. You know what I mean? So it's reflex, bro. I can't really, I don't fake it. I just literally, like I say, damn near every class, I just go to work.
Oh, that's dope, bro. So real quick, before I turn you over to Rail here, what time is your class tomorrow? I mean, not class, next week?
10 o'clock.
What time, 10 o'clock?
Yes, 10 o'clock, Watergate Hotel. We are
DC,
there,
right?
July 23rd. 23rd, Washington, D.C., where we will be at the Watergate. All right, we have our big boot camp class, man. We want everybody, if you can, to come experience this boot camp class. We have several trainers around that will assist you. Everybody's CPR first aid certified. We will have medics on staff.
Ray gonna need it because Ray gonna be there. Ray gonna need it.
Reggie, I'm built different, dog.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll be there, man. It's a great time, man. We'll have a lot of fun and a lot of energy for everybody that pulls up.
I may show up for this workout, man. I need to see what this effective fitness is all about. Everybody, the boys swear about it, and I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just one of the people. I like to work on my own. I like to put my headphones on. I don't like to be bothered. Like, I'm one of the people. I like to stay. Like, I like to do my own thing. I don't like to be like being told like run faster. Like, nah. I'm gonna push myself regardless. I don't like all this. So maybe I need even more pushing sometimes.
Bodybuilding. You name it, long distance, marathon runners, all types of athletes, basketball, track, all type of athletes are doing this class right now, bro.
Okay.
We had
y'all have Cam Newton. Shout out to Cam Newton. I'll be representing your class.
Jamarcus Russell said he's gonna see him in that class soon.
Shout out to Preston Smith, always pulling up. Yeah. Now we have several. Shout out to the Walmax family, man.
I think listen, you may see all 4 members in there next week.
Please.
You may see all 4 members in there next week. I gotta see what it is.
Pull up.
Watergate, DC, folks. 10 to 10 a.m.
Yeah, so everybody in DC, come out. Go get your tickets.
Well, man, like I said, Reggie, man, thank you for showing up for the show, man. Definitely gonna give you the applause on that.
Thank you, and I'm glad we finally got it done, man. That your wait, that postponement was way too long.
Hey, man, it's all good. My wise mother always said it's better late than never, bro.
That's real.
Yeah, man. Thank you for the show, man. Tell people how to get in touch with you. You train virtually. Give your IG, your Twitter, your website, everything. Give everybody your contact info.
Instagram, The Ball Effect. All you got to look up is at The Ball Effect. That's all I'm using right now, social media. If you hit me up on Twitter, I'm not going to look at it. I'm going to be honest with you. Theballeffect.com. If you want any apparel or any training questions that you may have, you can hit me up there. Please follow the gym, our big gym, everybody, the big team, Effect Fitness, effect.fitness, at Effect Fitness on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And we'll be there on the 23rd, July 23rd at the Watergate Hotel, 10 o'clock, man. Please come out.
Oh, that's big time right there too. Now you know what I mean. You're in the Watergate. You know that's mega because people gotta get up in there early too because there's not a lot of parking downtown DC on a Saturday. So make sure y'all get there early before 10 o'clock. Don't walk in at 10. Get there like 9:30, 9:45.
They're gonna help us out with some parking possibly, but I know those parking spaces will fill up fast. So we're good.
Absolutely. Yep.
Like you said, thanks again, Reggie, bro. We definitely got to get you back on when the season start, bro.
All right, cool. I'll be ready, man. I'll be ready. Thank you.
All right.
Probably gotta be basketball season because Georgia Tech stinks, bro. So it's got we ain't talking about no Georgia Tech at all. There ain't gonna be no Georgia Tech conversation.
I'll wait. I'm patient. I learn patience.
All right, we appreciate you, brother.
All right, bro. Yeah, great show in the books.